Do you have an existing surface that's seen better days? Do you have granite, quartz, laminate, or solid surface that you want to tear out and go with something new? Don't do that until you watch this video. I'm going to show you how to properly prep your existing countertop for Stone Coat Epoxy. Granite, quartz, solid surface, or laminate, it doesn't matter. The prep steps are simple. You can pour right over your existing surface and renew your countertops in a single weekend. This is gonna be wild. I don't know, folks. It's gonna be maybe too much. I'm gonna make this bright white piece of quartz look way better with Stone Coat Epoxy. Stay tuned, folks, and enjoy the video. All right, we're gonna pretend that this is an existing countertop on site inside your kitchen. Step one, you're gonna remove any residual grease and grime from your existing countertops with TSP, trisodium phosphate. It's a high quality industrial strength degreaser. Dilute the TSP in a spray bottle per the manufacturer's instructions, and then heavily mist your project. Let that TSP sit for a minute or so before using either paper towels or a sponge to rough up and clean any of that grease off the countertops. All right, now with some paper towels or a sponge, scrub those countertops nice and clean. As a granite installer for over a decade, I've installed tons of square feet of white quartz or any color quartz countertop. It's a high quality countertop, but it's insanely expensive, over $70 a square foot, and that doesn't count any edges or sink cutouts. It gets crazy expensive. You can't repair it yourself. It will burn, and it also stains. This piece has a few stains, but I'm gonna cover it with Stone Coat Epoxy like they were never there, cover it with the ultimate top coat, and this piece is gonna look and perform much better than this quartz countertop. All right, the countertop is nice and clean. I'm now gonna rough up this glossy surface, starting with 60 grit sandpaper. Let's see how that works. You can also use our 50 grit metal fiber sanding disc. That'll make quick work out of roughing up granite, quartz, solid surface, and even laminate. All right, we're now gonna rough up this quartz glossy smooth surface with a 50 grit metal fiber sanding disc. You can find those 50 grit metal fiber sanding discs and the backer over at Stone Coat Countertops. All right, the project doesn't need much roughing up, just a little bit to give the bonding primer a little extra tooth for a nice grip. All right, I'm gonna clean off all this dust with some 91% isopropyl alcohol and then apply a thin coat of bonding primer to the edges and surface of the project. All right, bonding primer, one thin coat is all that is necessary. Our bonding primer is only necessary when going over a smooth, glossy existing surface. You do not need to use bonding primer when going over wood, MDF, or plywood. Even hardwood, you don't need a bonding primer. If using Stone Coat over laminate, granite, quartz, or solid surface, you want to use a bonding primer. It is a key step for proper adhesion when going with epoxy. Hit your edges, your sink cutouts, everything with a nice thin coat of bonding primer. So 1 can of our bonding primer will go a long way. You're going to be able to do multiple kitchens when going on site with just 1 can of bonding primer. The bonding primer is nice and dry. I'm now going to apply 2 coats of our epoxy undercoat in black. 2 thin coats is all you need. The undercoat covers a bunch of square footage. It dries really fast and bonds really well to that bonding primer. All right, I'm gonna let that paint dry, come back for coat number 2. The first coat of undercoat is dry. I'm going to lightly sand with 220 grit sandpaper and apply coat number 2. For this project, I'm gonna do an exotic pour, so I'm gonna tape my edges. This is an optional step. You get some outstanding looking countertops when you tape the perimeter and sinkhole of any of your projects when using an exotic pour. That keeps those color techniques right where you pour them till the epoxy thickens. A few hours later, you can peel that tape. The epoxy will still flow over those edges nice and uniform and look fantastic. So to make a tape dam, you just use masking tape. No big deal. A few rows around is all that is necessary. Whenever I'm doing an exotic pour, I love using our epoxy dispersion fluid. It instantly mixes those metallic powders and adds a little selling and a level of detail you can't get otherwise. So if you're going to use an exotic pour, add just a little bit of our epoxy dispersion fluid at the bottom of your cup, pour your powders in, mix up, then pour in your mixed epoxy, instantly incorporating those metallic powders into the epoxy. Bronze dust. This stuff is like the diamond dust, but a shade of bronze. Yellow gold. Olive green. Give these a quick swirl and stir before the epoxy gets in. It really doesn't take much. This stuff incorporates those metallics instantly. Cool. All right, for the exotic pour, you're gonna wanna mix up 4 to 6 ounces per square foot of project. Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy is a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy that you pour in part B first, and you mix for 2 minutes with a paddle mixer. I need your feedback right now before I pour this epoxy out. Do you think this color scheme is gonna work on this countertop? Let me know in the comments below. A W for a win or L for no Mitch? That's gonna be a loser. Let me know in the comments below. You can see I have a little cup out here. That is for that translucent orange. I want to keep that color to a minimum, so I'm only going to allow myself to have just a little bit so I don't overpower this project with translucent orange. That could be an error. It could turn out super sweet with a lot of translucent orange. That's a pro tip. We recommend doing small sample boards. Mix up those color ratios, pour different boards. You're going to really see what you, your loved one, or your customer like. Wow, that's a wild color. I think it's gonna look cool with this though. When you use that dispersion fluid, they practically mix themselves. Man, this green looks sweet. So does that yellow gold. Hello. Bronze dust, dang. That looks cool. Translucent orange, wow, that's gonna be crazy in there. White and a little brown. Let's do this. Now take the tinted epoxy and you're gonna randomly pour it back into your larger mixing bucket. Just in any pattern you wish, pour back in the tinted epoxy. This is gonna be wild, I don't know folks. It's gonna be maybe too much. Let that self-level and do its thing. It's crazy how that's so much different than this. And then at the bottom of the bucket, it's much more smooth and soft. They're gonna meld together and self-level. And I think this piece is gonna look fantastic. gonna take some of my leftover epoxy in here and pour a little bit more of an exotic pour. It's almost filled up. All right, I'm gonna pinch this bucket now so only a little bit comes out right where I want it. I'm gonna make a little vein right here. I think I'm gonna make a contrast vein right through here with that same color here. We'll see how that turns out. I'm gonna remove the rest of this air using a blowtorch. That orange dye is sweet in there actually. It blends quite nicely with that golden brown. And that green's not too loud. This looks kind of like a geode almost in the front, but it's cool, I'll take it. When I peel this tape in a couple hours, it's still gonna flow and stretch this out just a hair. It's gonna look fantastic. I'm back. It's been about 3 hours since I've mixed and poured out this epoxy. This piece looks fantastic. It's time to peel that tape. I'm gonna come rub the epoxy to make it all wet, and then it will flow perfectly even. I'm coming over here and picking up any excess drips where I'm having a little less epoxy drip, but it's pretty much coated. I'm good. I'm very happy with this project. Peeling the tape is an easy process. At this point, I'm ready to let this project cure. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and apply the ultimate top coat. This color scheme turned out way better than I imagined. I hope you learned something that's gonna help you start your first or 100th project with Stone Coat Epoxy. Thanks for watching, folks, from Stone Coat Countertops. Remember, you got this, and we'll see you on the next video.